This video is sponsored by CarLock. To find out more, click the link down in the description. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. You have joined me from the driver's seat of my cheap BMW E90 3 Series, and this is going to be my first drive. It's technically not my first drive. I actually just got back from a 400-mile round trip, but that was pretty much all motorway journey, and I am pleased to announce that I returned very good MPG from that trip, just sticking at 70 mile an hour the speed limit, and I returned like 62 MPG, which again just goes to prove that the N47 engine is a fantastic engine, very economical and very reliable if well looked after. But yeah, with that being said, I haven't really taken the car on a spirited drive. I haven't really pushed it too much. I've only just taken it, you know, up and down the road, taken it on test drives. Took it to the alignment shop to get a wheel alignment and also to get the wheels balanced. And honestly, I must say the car drives absolutely spot on. We have done some work to the car. I don't know which order these videos are going to be in, but I have done a complete full service of the car, so you'll more than likely see a video in the next few days on that. I'm not too sure when that's going to come out, but yeah, I have done a complete full service, and I think that has improved the drivability of the car. Obviously, we've flushed all the fluids, all the filters and all the rest of it, and yeah, honestly, the car drives as if it has half of its mileage. It has 155,000 miles, but no one would ever know that. I mean, looking at the car and the interior and on the exterior, you wouldn't know that. But driving the car, you really wouldn't know it. You know, there's no squeaks, there's no knocks, there's no, you know, rattles or anything like that. You really would not know, and it's just a testament really to how good these BMW 3 Series hold up after they have seen a rather large mileage. But yeah, we are going to get the engine up to temperature somewhat, just once I've been driving for a good 10 to 15 minutes, which is what I always recommend. Don't push the car. There's no need to go above sort of 2000 RPM before that sort of 10 to 15 minute mark, because you're only going to be prematurely wearing your engine components at that point. So yeah, we will just let the engine get up to temperature and then we will push it. But with that being said, I'm not expecting, you know, anything too crazy. We have to remind ourselves this is only a 2-litre diesel, and I don't think it's been remapped. I could be wrong, but it feels like it's quite a bit down on power compared to my 520D, and this is a lighter car as well. But it's still not sluggish, you know. I think a 2-litre diesel in the 3 Series platform, in the E90 platform, is more than adequate, especially for a daily driver. Like I said, it returns excellent MPG, upwards of 60 MPG on the motorway, and yeah, has more than enough power. You know, I feel confident overtaking most cars on the road in this. And you know, how much power really do you need for a daily driver? One thing I will say is that I kind of find annoying with this car, and it's something that I pretty much always turn off immediately. I've actually forgot today, but it is the auto stop start. I get the reason for having it in, you know, modern cars today. It is to stop the emissions basically when you're, you know, stuck at traffic lights. So it does help in a city. But it does put more wear on your engine, it puts more wear on your battery, it puts more wear on your starter motor. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of it. The good thing is though, that it does make your tax cheaper. I think this is like the £130 tax bracket car, because it supposedly has less emissions than a non-stop start model car. But yeah, it's not for me. I just turn it off pretty much straight away. And I think you can actually code it out as well, which I may look into doing at some point. And now let's talk a little about today's video sponsor, CarLock. So this is a device that plugs into your OBD ports in your car, and you can link it with your phone, and it acts as a live GPS tracker. Now, along with it being a live GPS tracker, it also has some pretty handy safety features as well. It can detect you if your car has been started, or if the car has been moved, or if somebody attempts to move this thing, you will get a notification direct to your phone. So in my opinion, this is a good thing to have if you have a high-end car and you want to keep it safe and you want the peace of mind that overnight your car is going to be in safe hands. This thing is also a good thing to have if you maybe want to lend your car to someone. It not only will it tell you where they are, but it'll also tell you if they are driving erratically, if they are braking harshly, and many other things as well. So if you plan on lending your car to, say, your kid, it's a good thing to have, in my opinion. Now, not only do CarLock have an OBD version of this device, but they also have CarLock Basic as well, which is a device that connects directly to your battery. But now for the rest of the video. Okay, this van in front is deciding to go very slow, so I think I will drop it down into third. Not yet though. Not yet. And now we'll overtake. Yeah, more than enough power. It's just effortless, you know. That really required, you know, no effort at all. You know, just to go from 40 to 60 mile an hour took like, what, 2 seconds? But yeah, more than enough power for a daily driver. If you are thinking of getting into your first BMW, then I would say a 2-litre diesel is a good place to start, especially if you're coming from something that doesn't have half as much power as one of these. Pretty sure on the standard map these max out around 3,800 to 4,000 RPM, so there's really no point revving it much higher than that. But yeah, now the engine has got warmed up, let's chuck it around a few bends and let's give it some beans. Never thought I'd be saying that in a 3-litre diesel, but yeah, handles very well, minimal body roll. Pulls fine. Oh, you idiot. As I said that, someone literally almost pulled out on me. The car just drives so straight though. I mean, obviously we have done some suspension work and we have taken it for a wheel alignment, which should be absolutely spot on now. But yeah, I'm just amazed at how cheap I managed to pick up this car and how little realistically there was actually wrong with it. Of course, I bought it with the pretense that it had head gasket failure. We know that's not the case. I've put 600 miles on the car now, 0 issues whatsoever. So yeah, it's pretty much confirmed that is not the case. So yeah, I'm really just amazed. This is probably got to be one of the best buys in terms of cars that I've ever done. You know, to pick up this much car for as little as I did. And I'm still not going to tell you how much I paid just yet. I think once the whole project is completely finished and you know, I decide what I want to do with it, whether it's to keep it or whether it's to sell it on, then I will disclose all the figures and I'll go over sort of how much I have spent on the car, because I have spent a good amount on it, just to kind of get it driving and performing as good as it physically can within reason. Okay, so I guess one thing that quite a few people are going to wonder, with this being the infamous N47 powered 320D, I guess people are going to wonder, you know, are you going to be replacing the timing chain on it like you did with the E60 520D? And the short answer is no. I really don't think it needs replacing. There's no telltale signs that it should need replacing. You know, there's no rattle on startup. The engine is running absolutely sweet. There's honestly no noises. I mean, when we got it, there was, of course, that initial squeak when the engine was cold, but that's gone. You know, obviously we have replaced the entire drive belt kit. So no, I'm not going to be replacing the timing chain. I mean, I guess if a noise does occur, or there is signs that the timing chain is failing, you know, in my ownership, then of course we will replace it. But I really don't think it needs replacing. I mean, the car has got 155,000 miles. If it was going to fail, it would have already done so. And I would actually go as far to say that the timing chain kit may have already been replaced, because just looking from a few things around the engine, the fact that there is, you know, no oil leaks, the fact that the rocker cover is completely dry. I mean, at 150,000 miles, you'd expect like the injectors to be leaking. So the fact that that has already been taken care of kind of says to me that, you know, someone may have already been in there and replaced the timing chains. And obviously you have to do all the other jobs at the same time anyway. You have to replace all the gaskets, you have to, you know, reseat and reseal the injectors. So yeah, there is a good chance that at this mileage, the timing chain kit has already been replaced. I mean, of course, there's no evidence, there's no receipts or anything that says so, but you know, it could have been something that was done under goodwill from BMW, but I guess we will never know. But yeah, no, I won't be replacing the timing chain kit on it. For the time and effort and the money that it's going to require, and the fact that I've already covered it on my channel, it really doesn't make sense for me to do the entire process all over again. This really, I only wanted it to be a relatively quick project. I mean, if I did have to do the head gasket and all the rest of it, then of course we would have replaced the timing chain kit. We would have, you know, pretty much rebuilt the head and all the rest of it. But yeah, like as the car is now, it really doesn't make sense to disturb the engine when there's zero issues. And I think this engine's now good for at least another 100,000 miles as it is. So yeah, there's really no need to do so, because if I put more time and effort into it, that means I'm going to have to sell it for even more money. And I want this to be a cheap, reliable car for someone. I don't want to have to try and price it above what the market value is just because I've done, you know, a major job to it. So yeah, I think we will leave the engine alone. Like I said, we've done the full service, we've given it everything that it can within reason. So yeah, I think we will leave it at that. Oh, almost forgot one thing. We should be replacing the intake manifold, which of course is quite a big job, quite a costly, expensive job. I should be working with a company on that one though, so it's not an expense from myself, but it is something that's going to definitely be good to know that it's been done with the next owner, whoever that may be. So yeah, I think we will be replacing the intake manifold. So that means we're getting all fresh swirl flaps, all new gaskets, and most important, the leak at the front of the intake manifold, which is a very, very common issue. But yeah, hopefully that has answered a few questions. I guess, yeah, this has kind of been an update with regards to what I'm doing with the car, how it's driving now. Like I said, it's driving spot on, no issues whatsoever. And yeah, a little bit what you can expect to come. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video anyway. Please remember to give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one. Peace.